Yeah, I think my attitude is still the same. I still look at a flyer should control the game. Not because I was a flyer, if somebody else could have been a flyer. I would still say the flyer should control the game. That's the way rugby works. I feel for some flyers because I don't think they get an opportunity to do that. I think some coaches just come out and say, "You play this kind of game." And see what I've picked up is I'm going to give you a good example. Okay, you're looking at a team. You analyze their defense. It's not good. Okay, because you analyze it. I can see you really don't want to, and he doesn't want to, and the teams are not tackling well as a team. But then you get this the team strategy is not to kick the ball out. Now then I sit there and I wonder what you hate tackling. Why don't you just kick the ball out? And you don't have to tackle. And I think we got mixed up in the new game because we see people don't kick the ball out. We got mixed up to say we want to we don't want to play. We don't want to play. You play. I tackle, 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 tackle. You make a mistake, I can get points. Think the mentality. I don't want to play. You play. That's why I kick the ball to you. If you make a mistake, I can maybe get points. Where I would actually like in future to see the game develop as the following. Captain's talk after the game. You know what? I'm actually surprised we lost. We scored 5 tries. How did we lose this game? Oh, the opposition scored 6 tries. You see the big difference? Where now you hear captains afterwards. And I mean it nicely. We lost this game because we didn't stick to the game plan. We won the game because we stuck to the game plan. That's not summing up rugby. That's one. Secondly is we lost this game. Why? Because we defended badly. Isn't it maybe the other team that played well? You see how we manipulate the game. And I think it's time for somebody to walk in and say, wait now, rugby is a 50-50 game. And I mean it's simple context. 50% attack, 50% defense. When I have the ball, you need to tackle me. And I'm going to keep playing well to force you to tackle, tackle, tackle. But when you have the ball, I have to defend. And I have to defend well. But you know, because the word is already out, you can only win the World Cup because of defense. I would love for us to go into a World Cup to say, you can win a World Cup by attack. Okay? We haven't seen that yet. Mm-hmm. Coaches don't talk like that. Okay? That's one. The other thing is some coaches say, okay, here's my game plan. 70% defense, 30% attack. Now what happened is the law of the game is not assisting in helping to create an attractive game. I promise you, I was sitting there the other day and it felt like I was at a tennis court. I went like, no, 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 no. And I thought, what is going on here? And my little girl said to me, Dad, do we have to watch this? And that's sad. Think what I'm saying. That is sad. Because the kids are the ones that, for the future of rugby, should watch rugby. She said, but do we have to watch this? Now, just quickly on the law. And this is the one law they don't implement properly. The law states very clear. If I tackle you, the first, you must be able to place the ball. You know what I'm talking about. You must place the ball. I tackle you, he's not part of the tackle. He puts his hands on the ball. The referee penalizes you for hanging on to the ball. He gets the penalty. What is the first law? You must be able to place the ball. So nobody should interfere. Listen carefully. Nobody should interfere until you've placed the ball. Yes, some guys fall down, they keep onto the ball, and then they place it. But the law still states the guy that falls or get tackled should be able to place the ball. That never happens. So now, in your mind, you say, I don't want to play a running game. Because if I get tackled, I give away a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So why must I play?
Yeah.
Listen carefully. Why must I play? Why didn't you play? Let me tackle you because I just get penalties and penalties and penalties. So what we need to do is we need to simplify the law, make it more attractive to the attacking side. What happens in a ruck situation? Okay, there's a ruck. The ball is already out. Listen carefully. The ball is already out. Somebody falls over. That player get penalized. That player had no influence of this ball already out. That player never stopped anybody getting to the ball because the ball is already out. That player gets penalized. I've won the ball, but I give away a penalty. No, that doesn't make sense to me. It just absolutely make no sense. So what we need to do is they must bring in laws to handle the ball on the ground for the attacking team to have all the advantages to play an attractive game. That never happens. So the law assists the defender. That's why we don't have rugby like we're watching guys scoring from this side to that side. Now what do we watch lately? A kicking game. No. And if there's brains going into the kicking game, I don't mind. But there's not even half a brain going. Think about it. 90% of the games they play in the evening in South Africa. In the evening. Nobody kicks the ball on the ground. They all kick it in the air. How easy to catch the ball in the air? Easy. You jump this high, nobody can touch you. That's the law. This high. If I kick it on the ground, your head's going to drop. You don't know where the defense are coming from. That's not even part of the thinking. So at the moment, sadly to say, not a lot of thinking is going into our game plans.